Hello, everybody. It's Sinead from iFabbo, and tonight we have an amazing guest that I know so many of you are excited about. We have Adam Berk, the founder of Hide for Men, one of the most amazing new men's skincare line to hit the market. I wanted to get started. Unfortunately, Tanya, as you know, usually is with me for this precast. So Tanya is unfortunately sitting in darkness. She's in Madrid, but they have a major power outage. So she may join us as soon as the power comes back on. But if not, it's you, me, Adam, and we're all going to have a good chat tonight. So without further ado, I'd like to say hi, Adam. Welcome.
Hi, and thank you for having me tonight.
Absolutely. I know so many of our bloggers are so excited to chat with you. We've got some exciting things going on. Obviously, your products are in our iFabbo shop. And then we also have a cool competition. And in the audience, as you can see, Adam, we've got Autumn, we've got Jez, we've got Ito, we've got other people that are going to be joining on, and Dinah's in the crowd. What I wanted to point out, if anybody wants to ask Adam a question, you can either come on live on your with your camera, or below Adam is a blue area, a blue box area that says submit questions. So if you could put your questions into that area versus just the chat area, I can drag your question onto the screen so everybody can read it. So let's begin. We want to know all the juicy details, Adam. Tell us a
And
little
I want to
bit,
give
first
them
of
all,
all.
so that's perfect.
You have to. That's what we're exactly. You have to. First of all, why don't you just give us a little bit about your background? Just who is Adam Burke?
Sure. So it's a little complicated, obviously. Nothing's easy. My background really started at Cornell a few years ago. Left the hotel school there, moved to New York City, and started really in the hospitality industry. I had an online food ordering company called Seamless Web, which we sold to Aramark a few years ago. I
Okay.
then had a tabletop accessory business that did really well, and we were in lots of major retailers throughout the country. And then a few years ago, we started Hide for Men, which was a business that we were always interested in. We were always interested in the cosmetics industry, and the men's cosmetics industry really has been booming over the last few years, and we felt like it was a place that we can do it better. And we wanted to bring new and innovative products to the market, something that people haven't seen before.
Hmm. Okay, perfect. And well, let's see. It looks like I have a question immediately, and I'll bring Ito on. I am going to see Ito. Come on screen. I know you have a question. Let's see. Ito is coming on. Let's see. It may take a second. There he is. Hello, Ito. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Hi,
Good. You have a
So Adam, yeah, how's it going, Adam?
good. How are you tonight?
Good, good.
And where
Also in New York City.
you're in New York? Okay, great.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear that you did seamless web and then beauty because I started with tech, then did beauty for many years, and now I'm back at a technology company, so it's interesting.
We have a
Anyway,
lot of
I looked up
commonalities.
your line, and it sounds like an interesting concept. I wanted to ask you, how did you come up with the razor shield? How did you come up with that idea?
Sure, and that's a great question. And Razor Shield, just to give everyone a little bit of background, Razor Shield is really the nuts and bolts of our business, and that's our hero product. And Razor Shield, for people that don't know exactly what it is, it's an oil that prolongs the life of a razor blade by up to 600%. It's really techy,
wow.
it's really innovative, and it's something that was born out of necessity. My business partner and I realized that it was extremely annoying having to go to CVS and Walgreens and Dwayne Reed for those people in New York every single week to buy new razor blades. Also, the price of razor blades have gone through the roof. Every time you
Yeah.
go to the store, it's $50, $40, and it's very hard for that money to come out of your pocket and hand to the person behind the register. So we realized that we started looking across really the world, and people were starting to abandon their favorite brand, which was something that was very new. For those people that use Gillette razor blades, they always use Gillette. Their fathers used Gillette, their mothers used Gillette. For those people that use Schick, once again, it was a legacy product. They had familiarity with the product. But we started to see a trend that people said, you know what? I'm not interested in that brand anymore. I need a cheaper alternative. So my business partner is a chemist, and we started playing with a lot of different oils, and we developed a proprietary formula that we patented, and it's at the most perfect viscosity. So when you put this oil on the razor blade, what it does is it prevents oxidation and calcification from occurring on the razor blade. Um, and that's why the razor blades go dull. It's not from the skin or coarse hair that you have. It's really because of the elements that are in the air, the moisture content in your bathroom, or for the women that are out there that are on this Spreecast, for the people that leave that razor blade in the shower, right? Those razor blades are always rusty and they're
Oh
dull
yeah.
because, right? Because of
Yeah.
that oxidation and that calcification from occurring. So we patented this product, we tested it, we have clinical studies behind it, we have a metallurgist report behind it as well, which shows that these blades are lasting really at least 600%. We even have some case studies that the blades have lasted up to 6 months, which is phenomenal.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that that product is really the basis of our whole business. And we realized that it was techy, it was really cool, it was something that was going to gain a lot of people's interest, and we were doing something better. And we wanted to make the packaging really sleek. So for those that haven't seen the packaging yet, this is what it looks
Oh
like.
yeah. It's
And
so cool. I
it's
mean,
really
that's a
cool,
slick
right?
looking package. I love the matte back black box, and I just think it's sexy.
Thank you. And something that we did different than everybody else is, if you can see inside the back box, we actually use black paper, which is something that nobody does that is going after our target market. So
Mm.
usually that's the type of paper that somebody uses at extremely high-end products, the Gucci's of the world, the Louis Vuittons of the world. We wanted to bring a great product for everyone. So that was really the premise of our initial product, Razor Shield. We have it in two sizes. And I know this is a long-winded answer, but I want everyone to really kind of understand how we developed Razor Shield and the business itself. So this is the 15 ml size. This is the size
Oh,
that the iFabbo bloggers received
ooh yeah.
in
Bring
this
it up.
last
Ooh, I
90
like it.
days.
Yeah.
And then we have the starter size, which we've just launched, which is the 30-day size. And once again, we wanted to stay with the matte black look and feel, and we even put a black applicator on it, which once again, nobody does. And we even put these little bottles in tiny matte black boxes that could hang on pin hooks inside the store. So once again, very cool. And we put the silver foil on the front of these as well. So as we were meeting and bringing our product to market, all of our clients said, "This is so cool. What else can you add to this line?" So we went out, we did some surveys, and we realized that our target market also had a lot of problems with ingrown hairs. It's a major issue for in the men's grooming world. So we came up with something called Buffer Stick, which is a microdermabrasion stick, and you dunk it in water for about 2-3 seconds, and then you go in clockwise and counterclockwise formation on your skin for about 30 to 45 seconds, and it really gives you a microdermabrasion treatment. Once again, it's a new type of process, new technology we brought to the market. Normally, people that want to use that technology either use messy creams or have to
Mm.
go to the dermatologist. They usually get blotchy after that sort of process. we wanted to give the public the ability to do something at home, something that's portable, and something that really works. So that product has medical grade crystals in it. So you can go either hard or soft depending on how in depth you want to go on your neck, skin, and obviously all of the products are unisex, but we're really just targeting the men. But all these obviously work for the women as well. And then lastly, we wanted to bring our last product to market, which was our shave cream, which has anti-aging peptides in it. And all of those peptides reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, has a great scent to it. It is super moisturizing to the skin. We've actually, when we went through our testing process, we really used women to test the shave cream product because we wanted to make sure that their legs stayed moist through the process, and they wouldn't have to use a lot of extra moisturizer creams after. So if it worked for them, we knew that it could definitely work for the man's skin, and that's what's happened so far. So the response has been great through our target market. We've had a lot of buzz. We've been picked up by a bunch of magazines, and Hide for Men sitting in a really happy place right now.
Yeah, it is. It's sitting in a really happy place in the iFabbo shop, let me tell you. Even though, yes, this is a men's line, I know that we have tons of our beauty bloggers that are using it on and testing it on themselves, just like you said. And let's see. So Jez has a quick question. I'm going to put that question on screen. Jez wants to know, is there going to be a women's line with nice packaging?
And great question, and we've been asked that question from every single person that's bought our product. They said, well, I don't want my wife coming into my medicine cabinet and borrowing my products. Do you have something for her?
Yeah.
And all of the retailers have said exactly the same thing. So we do have packaging that will be coming to the market towards the end of 2014. We do have other products that we want to bring to Hide for Men in 2013 that we'll be launching, but Hide for Women will be usually, it seems like Q4 of 2014.
Wow. So let's hope we get to see those in the iFabbo shop as well.
Absolutely.
And it looks like Mike had a quick question in the chat area. Mike, if you want to submit your questions in the future, right underneath Ido's face is a submit questions area. But Mike wants to know, yes, right there. Mike wants to know what major chain stores can we find these fine products right now?
Sure. So initially, we went to a trade show about a year ago, and drugstore.com was dying for our product. They wanted to run a whole campaign around the sustainability aspect of Razor Shield. And why I say sustainability is because 11 million razor blades go to landfill every single day in the US.
Interesting.
So,
really?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And that's because
number. So wait, just repeat that. How many?
11 million razor blades every single day go to landfill in the US.
Wow.
And it's an astronomical number, and it's been documented through the press. And what they said was, well, if your product can reduce that by a quarter, this is this is an unbelievable product that we want to bring to market and really run some PR around it. So they realized that that was the angle that they wanted to take, and we thought that that'd be a great first way to get our product to market because once again, it's innovative, right? It's edgy. It's a different slant and take on the product. It's not just saving you money and saving your face, but now we're saving the environment as well. So they ran a big PR campaign around that. They haven't been able to keep the product in stock, so they've reordered about 7 times so far since that first purchase order. And then since then, we're in the middle of doing a deal now with Amazon Men's Shop. So Amazon just launched a men's grooming shop. They've been very selective who they've gone after. They contacted us, so we'll be on there within the next 30 days.
Wow.
Very exciting. Kinney Drugs just signed a deal with us as well. We're working on a deal with Dwayne Reed, so we should be there in Q4 of 2013. And then also in New York, Ricky's. We're about to finalize our first purchase order with them, and that's a very cool, innovative type of 30 chain drugstore slash great cosmetic shop. Once again, innovative products. And the shopping channel in Canada is actually going to be running with our product as well. So they're going to launch all of the SKUs. They're going to
That's
put us
awesome.
in their, and this is like super exciting because they've been very picky about men's grooming products, and they've only really put 2 or 3 on within the last year and a half. So we contacted
Wow.
them. They said that they've been following us and that they would love to put us on. They're going to put us on in their holiday, which is really the best time to go on. So we're going to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
on all of their holiday shows. But prior to that, we're going to be in their online store probably in the next 45 to 60 days. So right now we're just converting
Awesome.
all the text on our boxes to French Canadian. So they're all bilingual, and that's obviously a process. But a lot of great places, and obviously everyone could buy the product on our website. We've had a lot of traction. In fact, and this is one of the craziest details, over 50% of all the orders that we've processed through our system have come from Australia. So
Really?
we've done no
Wow.
PR push there. We've done no marketing. Razor blades are super expensive there, and they're looking for any possible way to make a razor blade last longer there. So
Wow.
it's been amazing.
Wow. It sounds amazing. So it looks like we have a couple of questions. Let me just see. I'm gonna bring up, so Ito, I'm gonna switch you out. So we'll bring you back on
Okay.
camera in a little bit. I'm gonna bring on, let me see here, but we'll
Bye,
ask
Ito.
questions. Thanks, Ito,
Bye,
for the
Adam.
question. Great question. I know. Hold on. Okay, so it looks like we have a question from Autumn. Autumn wants to know, how did you come up with the scent of the shave cream? Oh, that's a good one.
That's
So
it. That's a
describe
great
it,
one.
Adam. Yeah, for everybody that hasn't, obviously hasn't smelt it.
So it's kind of a fresh scent with a hint of orange. Um, a little bit of creamsicle in there. So we tested about, I don't know, 200 cents. And,
Okay.
um, I obviously you first go to your friends and family. So my wife said it has to be fresh. It has to be fresh. And I said
Yeah,
to her, well, what does fresh mean? And she's like,
yeah.
I don't know, but it's fresh. So I said, okay.
It has to
So
be that.
I went to our lab and I said, it has to be fresh. And they said, well, we don't know what that means. So they put together a kit for me. And the first one was about 50 cents. And we brought
Wow.
all of those home and we tested them. And we did market studies and we campaigned in local schools and colleges and on the streets. Um, and we found the fresh smell. And then we
Yeah,
realized that orange, an orange peel extract is really good for your skin. And we felt like it's fresh as well. And it's a little citrusy, but not too overpowering.
yeah,
And I loved it. And I was like, I want to add that to the shave cream. So we added it in. Once again, we went through a whole sampling process. We gave out free samples all over the country because we really wanted to make sure that people on the West Coast, East Coast, North, South, everyone really liked the scent. And we tested it once again with female and male to make sure that both liked the scent, and they both did. And that's kind of how we came up with the scent. It was a little bit of trial and error, a little bit of friends and family, and a little bit of market study.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds like Autumn said she was tempted to even hide it from her husband. She didn't want to give it to him. So that's awesome. Oh, good. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to bring on Jez Dallas. Let's put her on screen. I want to introduce you. Jez is an iFabbo member of ours. And let's see, is she coming on? It takes a second to cycle through. Autumn, great question, though, by the way. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Um, let's see. It looks like Jez's camera is taking a little while to cycle on. In the meantime, while Jez comes on screen, Alyssa has a great question. Alyssa wants to know, oh, sorry, let me unhide it. Not sure if this was previously answered, but are these products organic and cruelty-free for your vegan friends? That's a great question, Alyssa.
That is great, and they are cruelty-free. And for our vegan friends, in fact, we have the cruelty-free symbol on the box down at the bottom.
Oh,
So
good. Okay.
we didn't test any of these products on animals, which is good. So we've tested all of the products, but obviously not on animals.
Yeah.
And the products are, I would say, mostly organic.
Okay.
So the states have put in really strict guidelines now across the country, from California to New York. California having the most strict guidelines with what you can add to your products and what you can't. And we utilize their standards really. And we also looked at standards in Canada and also in the UK, because that's our next large target market is the UK. So we wanted to make sure that our product was compliant everywhere, and it is.
Got it. And
But
it is.
if you
Okay.
really look through the product specs, we have a ton of oils in all of these products. So just jumping back to the shave cream, because that question was asked, about the scent. So not only do we have orange leaf oil in there, we have vitamin E, we have jojoba oil, which really is in most of our products. We have aloe vera gel. We have a lot of great oils that really moisturize the skin and leave the skin feeling fresh, clean, and moisturized through the day.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it sounded like it. It sounded amazing. Ito had a quick question. I'm going to bring it on screen. Ito said the Hide for Men oil. How much does it extend the razor blade on average? I know you said 600%, but if we look at like average use, how many
So
people, how many razor blades?
sure. So if we looked at the average use is, let's say, 4 times. So right now, these studies have been published. The average male shaver who uses a disposable blade, and that's the Schick, the Gillette, the Bic, any sort
Uh-huh.
of razor blade like that, goes through a razor blade every 5 to 7 shaves. So that's the average.
Wow.
Obviously, there's those people that change their blades every month. There's those people that change their blades every day or every other day. But the average male changes their blades every 5 to 7 shaves. What our product will do on average is extend that 4 times. So if you change it every week, you'll now change it every month. If you change it every month, you'll now change it every 4 months. So on average, it's 4 times. Our studies are showing up to 600%. And like I said, we even have some studies where people have used blades for 6 months. And the blades look so pristine. The problem is there's no top or bottom plastic left because they've worked the whole thing out. The blades are
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
There's just
yeah.
no razor left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's interesting. And so yeah, even Autumn says, her husband has extremely thick facial hair and has to change it every few shades. So she's excited about the razor shield as well. So
Yeah,
that's
and
exciting. And same with Dinah.
absolutely. And just to kind of explain to everyone how to actually use the product, because that's obviously very important. So my recommendation is you shave as you normally would shave. Once you're done with the shaving, you would run the blade under water, whether it's hot water, cold water. Everyone has their own preference, just to rinse out all the gook from the shaving, any sort of skin or leftover hair. And then you would
Yeah.
just apply the razor shield. I'm going to actually do a quick demo, if that's okay, right here on
Oh, I
screen for
love it.
everybody.
Perfect. Are you getting ready for the
So
shopping channel?
I am. I am. Hopefully the
Awesome.
cameras will be a little bit bigger there, though.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. But we're coming close.
so right. So there we go. Look at this.
Perfect.
So when you're done, when you're done shaving, you would rinse it under water. You would tap it dry, just like that. And then what you would do is apply it as such. Just put across the blade.
Oh,
Everyone
nice.
can
Okay.
see.
That's
And
it.
that's it. That's it.
So
And store as
leave it
usual.
air. Okay. Okay.
Store it any way that you would like. So you can store it up, down, any way that you normally store it. Some people throw them in their drawer. Some people leave them in the shower. It doesn't matter because the patent is around the viscosity of the oil. So the oil is thin enough that it will coat the blade 360 degrees. So it's thin enough to spread around the whole blade, but not too thick where it will clog it up for the next shave. So it gives it a really paper thin film, and that's what's preventing that oxygen and that calcification and the moisture content in the air to attach to the blade. And the answer is yes, you should use it every time after you shave, and you should start with a new blade. So my recommendation is start fresh, start clean, because it's not going to bring the life back to the blade, right? So the first time you open that blade is the sharpest and the cleanest it will ever be. So start with a fresh blade, and then every time after you shave. Now, there's some people that even like to put it on the blade before they shave, and that's okay too. So you definitely after you shave, and some people even like to do it before they shave as well.
Okay, perfect. So Dinah, that was a great question. So just so everybody knows, especially with our bloggers with iFabbo, start with a clean blade and then test it with your hubby or yourself on your leg. So great question. Thanks, Dinah. We also have another question. Can you give us the average price point of each of the products? Just an idea of price point, retail price point?
Sure. So let's start with the razor shield. So the full size razor shield, the suggested retail price is $17.99. If you use this every single day and you buy Gillette or Schick blades over a period of time, let's say a year, you'll save about 35 to 40%.
Okay.
35 to 40% savings. And that's including with the cost of this razor shield product.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to be bringing on screen. I have Jez on, and where is she? She's going to cycle her cameras. There she is. Yay.
Hi,
hello, darling.
Hi guys.
So
Right.
Where are you tonight, Jez?
I'm in the US on the East Coast, Virginia.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm so glad you could join us. And Jez is an iFabbo member and an extremely busy blogger and amazing supporter. And she actually works with us, myself, Dinah, with iFabbo as well. So I'm so excited you could join, Jez. Welcome.
All right, Adam, I have to say, I gave the product to my husband, and he's one of those guys, he has to shave every day to look good, but he doesn't like it at all. He's one of those guys who really, he wouldn't shave if he wouldn't have to. So he's really lazy with like moisturizing and doing all this beauty stuff that I would do. He's really lazy on that part. So my question basically is there one product that you could recommend for a man like him, being so lazy, that he could use and it's like universal and it's practical, it has multi-functions, all that kind of stuff?
Sure.
Is there something?
Yeah, and if you look at the person that's looking at male grooming today, right? So you have two different types of people. You still have those people that are like, you know what? I don't want to change my routine. I don't want to add anything to my routine. I don't care about throwing out my razor blades. Forget about it. I'll go to the store when I need to. You're never going to convince those people to change their ways, right?
Yeah.
No matter what you do. So for those types of people, my recommendation is use the high shave cream, because what you're going to do is you're going to get an incredibly smooth shave. You're going to get an incredibly moist skin, and you won't have to add that moisturizer, which is very key, right? So if you look at a lot of shave cream products that are out there in the market, they leave your skin dry, especially after a period of time. The high shave cream has moisturizers built into it, so it'll leave your skin very soft and feeling refreshed right after. Now, so that would be the product that I would recommend for your husband, because he doesn't want to add new products to his regime. He doesn't want to, do face scrubs or buffer sticks or any of that stuff. So for him, I would say go with the shave cream. It's an easy thing to swap out his current shave cream, and he'll get a lot of the other benefits that they have inherently in the other Hide for Men products.
All right.
Great.
Sounds
Perfect.
good.
Great
Thank
question.
you.
And while Jess is on camera, I just wanted to remind all of our blogger members that have received the product from the iFabbo shop is we have an amazing competition going on right now where basically we want you to take pictures of your significant other using the Hide product in the most creative way. And Adam and his team will decide who the winners are, and you get to win a $300 gift certificate, American Express gift card, actually, not a gift certificate, to the most creative way that your significant other or the man in your life. It doesn't even have to be a husband or a significant other. It can be your brother. Go stalk your brother. Go give it to your dad. Give it to your grandpa. But I think there's some really fun things that we are going to be starting to see on Instagram about how the man in your life, whoever it can be your neighbor, uses Hide for Men. And you just have to remember to use the hashtag. The hashtag for everything that we're doing with this campaign is Hide for, I'm going to put it on here so everybody can see it. It's Hide for Men. So just make sure that you use this hashtag everything, even if you pin it on Pinterest, that hashtag Hide for Men needs to be present. So perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jez, for coming on camera. It was a great question. Absolutely. And we're
All
excited
right.
to see what your husband thinks about the shave cream. You got to dive bomb him and just take it. Or maybe you should put the razor shield on his blade and see how long he goes before he switches it. That's a test you should do and not even tell him about it.
All right, I will do
Awesome. Have a great evening. Thanks, Jez.
that, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Awesome. I know. I think Jez's husband is certainly can relate to a lot of people. I know Dinah said that sounds like her husband. Another quick question. We've got Ito has another quick question about, let's see, I think it was, is he on? Oh no, he's his video preview. Oh, he's there. Ito, you ready? Shake your head. I'm going to put you on screen. Ito had a question. I'm going to put that on screen as well. Let me unhide this one comment. Give me a quick second. Ito's question was, Ito, you want to read it?
What are the active ingredients in the product for ingrown hair?
Sure. So, you mean for the buffer stick that kind of prevent that ingrown hair?
Yeah.
So there's 4 or 5 main products that are actually in the buffer stick. The first piece of information that's very important is it's medical grade crystals. So it's bringing the hairs to the surface. That's the first thing. There's coffee seed oil extract in there. There's cactus extract, and then cucumber and licorice extract as well. Combining all of those products with the medical grade crystals give you a scrub and allow you to perform microdermabrasion to the skin. And that's what's preventing those ingrown hairs. And we've tested this really on various different ethnicities throughout the country, and it's worked phenomenally. In fact, once again, we've tested this product on women for underneath their arms and then also their bikini lines. And that's where we tested it first. And we knew
you pass the bikini lines, then you can do it on a man's skin.
100%.
Okay,
we
so
went
we're
for the
proficient
foolproof
males,
test.
we are.
Right. So we're learning here. So,
Oh no, did we
so
lose
that's what
Adam?
we did, and it worked with
Oh, there he
flying colors. And it leaves the skin so smooth and so soft. The last question was, well, my husband doesn't want to add other, products to the regimen, and obviously that's people say that all the time. But when you really combine all 3 products, it really gives you a really nice seamless regimen. So, you want that blade not to be dull because that's one of the things that give you ingrown hairs. When you have a dull blade and you shave with a dull razor, it cuts through the skin in an uneven way. It doesn't cut through like butter. So there's your first issue. The second thing is you want to make sure that you have a shave cream that has a high content of moisture in it, with lots of moisturizing products. That's why, my recommendation to the previous person was you got to use Hyde shave cream. That's a very important product to utilize. Also, has all those anti-aging peptides in them, which are very important as well.
Yeah.
It also has jojoba oil in it, which has the moisturizing benefit, the hydration benefit, and also reduces acne. And then that buffer stick, which is kind of that, you're really scrubbing your face, giving yourself the
Yeah.
microdermabrasion treatment without leaving your face red. And that's one of the biggest issues that are out there is when people do microdermabrasion, their skin is usually left blotchy and red and irritated. And this doesn't do that.
That's awesome. Perfect. That was great. Thanks, Adam. Awesome. So now we are getting ready to wrap up. I wanted to see if the audience had any more questions, although they were coming fast and furious for sure. But if there's any more questions, please go ahead and just either submit into the submit questions area, or of course the in the chat. And actually, Jez has a quick question. What's next in the shop from Hyde? Oh, Jez, we're going to now tackle Adam for the women's stuff. But on that question, Adam, what's other than the women's, you're looking at bringing in some SKUs for women. What can we expect for Hyde in 2014 as far as even just the core brand is concerned?
Sure. So we're going to keep most of the products under wrap, except for two. I'm going to tell you about two that are extremely exciting. So the first is we actually have, it's going to be unisex. So we're not quite sure exactly how we're going to brand it to market yet, but we've come up with a moisturizer that you can actually see it working. It brings moisture beads to the surface of your skin when you rub it in. It's absolutely amazing technology. We've been working with a chemist on this for about 18 months now. It's taken us a very long time, but it's really cool technology. So that's one thing. We also have a lot of people said, well, I love your products, but you have nothing for the shower yet. Can you come up with something for the shower? So we've been working on this formula for a Dead Sea mud scrub bar, which has oatmeal in it, which is amazing for the body and for the face and for the skin. Once again, it scrubs your body nice, but it's harsh on the body. It gives it a really smooth feel. And oatmeal, as everyone knows, is great for the skin. So we have that coming to market as well. And then we have a lot of people said, well, you guys need to come up with an accessory. So we have a nose hair trimmer / sideburn trimmer, which we'll be bringing to market as well. For those people that, for those people that have beards, they don't want to shave, they're not interested in shaving, but they do need to trim their nose hair and they need to cut their sideburns a little bit. So we'll have that option for them.
Cool. So all great packaging, I'm sure. Sexy, modern, black, just sleek and sexy as ever.
Absolutely. That's our process. That's what our go-to-market strategy is. We want people to walk by the shelf and say, what is that? I love that packaging. Let me take a little bit of a closer look. And
sure
the feedback is that we've hit the nail on the head with that. So we're there, we hope.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you. Well, Ito, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for all your questions. I'm going to wrap up below over here. Thank you so much for joining us on camera and all your great questions as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Adam, thank you so much for spending such a great amount of time with us today. I know you're a busy man, but I know that all of our members are super excited about your products and now learning more about the product line. We're very excited about what's coming down the pipe for you, and we're very, very excited to help support you and support that growth. So, on behalf of myself, iFabbo, and all of our members, really thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. And we look forward to more items in the iFabbo shop.
And likewise, thank you for having me, and I look forward to the new products coming to the iFabbo shop.
Awesome. Well, have a great night. And everybody out there, thank you so much for joining us. And we will be putting this up. We'll archive it. So it will be live in a few minutes, and we will send this out in our newsletter as well. So thank you, everybody, for joining us, and have a wonderful night. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Good night.